What's going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. I want to talk to you guys about a positive surprise that I noticed, and Irv Charles is set to get more playing time, question mark? All right, let's get into it. So we got some good injury news for the New York Jets as AVT is set to return after missing the last two games with a high ankle sprain. At his Friday of media availability, Jeff Ulbrich, head coach, said that Vera Tucker, Morgan Moses, and John Simpson were full participants in practice and all will play in the team's Week 10 game. Hand up, I was completely wrong about the Elijah Vera Tucker situation. He didn't practice on Wednesday or Thursday, and Olu Fashanu was getting reps at guard. So my assumption was that we would see Olu again at right guard this week. That's not going to be the case. Instead, the Jets will have their full starting offensive line out there and ready to go, which is a great sign. Tyron Smith at left tackle, left guard John Simpson, Joe Tippmann center, right guard Elijah Vera Tucker, and Morgan Moses at right tackle. We talked at length, what was it, last week, maybe the week before, about Morgan Moses coming back and playing through a huge injury and just, powering through. Shout out to Morgan Moses and his play. But Elijah Vera Tucker sounds like he's going to do the same thing. He missed 2 games. I was a little bit surprised that Elijah Vera Tucker didn't end up on IR due to his injury. Instead, he will play against Arizona. The Jets have one more game before their bye week against the Indianapolis Colts, and then a little bit extended rest coming up. Irv Charles might be getting more offensive snaps. Well, this week, Aaron Rodgers called out Irv Charles for his work ethic and inferred that Irv deserves some more reps. And honestly, when we heard Jeff Ulbrich talk about the Mike Williams trade, the first name that he mentioned wasn't Malachi Corley or Xavier Gipson. It was Irv Charles.
Jeff, why didn't it work with Mike Williams?
For a lot of different reasons, I think at the end of the day, we got to look at this as an opportunity now for Irv and Corley and Zay to get more involved with our offense. So for whatever the reason, for a little bit of us, a little bit of him, a little bit everything. But it's a great opportunity for him too to go out there in Pittsburgh and get an opportunity maybe to get more targets, be more involved.
Now, Irv only has 5 offensive snaps this season, so that would be a pretty big change, but there's a change expected to be made with Mike Williams out, via trade. Allen Lazard out due to injury. He's expected to return in a couple weeks. The Jets, there's seems to be some questions on who that next man up is going to be. I think most fans will tell you that they want it to be Malachi Corley, who the Jets traded up for in the NFL draft, took him at the top of the 3rd round. Had that big play that was unfortunately then fumbled at the goal line because he dropped the ball before going into the end zone. Then you have Xavier Gipson, who's been this team's returner and someone that the Jets staff has really liked and given him a ton of opportunities. So it wouldn't be crazy surprising if he got the reps over someone like a Malachi Corley. And then there's Irv Charles, who has seemingly come out of nowhere and has been mentioned by name by the head football coach and by Aaron Rodgers. Now, I said he only had 5 offensive snaps. He's more of a special teams guy, and his impact on special teams is questionable at best. Yes, he's made some big plays, but he also gets penalized a ton and has had some gaffes, and clearly that Jets special teams unit is not as good this year as it was last year. But at the end of the day, it's up to the coaching staff. It's up to, Aaron Rodgers and who he's comfortable with. And if it's Irv Charles, then I guess it's going to be Irv Charles. We'll see tomorrow, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on both of these stories from Elijah Vera Tucker expected to play and maybe Irv Charles getting some reps. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you next time.